Wow, I mean, the presentation of the food looks unbelievable and the aroma that's coming out of it, divine. But you know what they say about good food? It brings around good friends. So why don't you tell me about how you grew up?
Sure, that was a long time ago. I grew up in Malawi, and I think I was really blessed to have a really simple kind of lifestyle. And it was all about family, it was about gathering around food, it was about a connection through family and food, and I think that's just kind of reflected through the rest of my life.
Now, you told me just behind the scene that you actually moved around a lot. Did that sort of have an impact on how you actually prepare food today?
I think you can't avoid but allow it to influence. I mean, I was a kid when I was doing all of the moving, and my parents kind of just tried to assimilate into wherever we were. So when I lived in Zimbabwe, I got to know about the local food. And when I was in Zambia, it was the same thing. And I think that then came through. And then with my background, Portuguese and Indian, we kind of, the food heritage is really big for us. So when it just everything influences how you end up. And I think living throughout Africa as a teenager really did make a big difference.
You started off in advertising, then you moved into the food and restaurant business. What's been that transition like for you?
I think it was just really a case of, after having avoided it and having made a conscious decision before I'd even tried it, that I wasn't going to get into food because I'd seen how much hard work it had been for my parents. I kind of actually reached a stage where I just knew that I had to do something that I loved every single day. And corporate is great, but you kind of love it more between the 25th of the month and the 2nd of the month. And I made a decision that I wanted to enjoy my work every single day, and food was just the most natural thing for me to do.
Looking back at your life, is there anything that you would change?
Not a thing. Not a thing. I think I am here and I am who I am because of the life that I have led. Would I not be involved in corporate? The corporate world taught me so much. I don't think I would have made a success of my restaurant if I didn't have the corporate background. You know, so everything has its reason, it has its time, but I'm so glad the day I hit 29 I decided no more corporate and I was out of it.
Emilio, what's it been like being Paul's friend for the last couple of years?
Well, basically, to put it this way, I have a law degree, and until I met Paul, I wasn't really sure what to do with my life, and he really inspired me by watching him and seeing his process and his appreciation and love for the connection with food and with people. That really inspired me to also follow and actually realize that dream of mine, which is involved in food as well. So I essentially have decided to take a path where I decided food would be the real deal for it. And the beautiful thing is that I connected so well with Paul is because we got brought up in a very similar way because of our cultural heritage. I'm half Portuguese, half Italian. So it turns out when he was looking at his mother's cookbooks from the 70s, the recipes would match my grandmother's recipes. So it was a really beautiful thing, and with that was a nice foundation for our friendship to grow and also for our love for food to grow and to start working together with it.
Well guys, thank you a lot for this beautiful meal. Now why don't we all dig in?